Good afternoon and welcome back. My name is John. I am Orphan Car Garage and I am located in Abington, Massachusetts, and that's about 30 minutes south of Boston. The car that we have here in front of us needs no introduction, especially here at Orphan Car Garage, because if you've been following us long enough, you know that we've sort of become the whisperers of Corvairs. They sort of find their way here to Abington, go through a reconditioning process where we can reasonably sell them as affordable classic cars, because that's what we do here at Orphan Car Garage. We try to keep the hobby affordable. So, no further ado, I'm going to introduce you to this 1965 Corvair Monza convertible, finished in one of my favorite colors for 1965. It's called Madeira Maroon. What's striking about this car is that it's an all original and unrestored car. Completely original paint on this car, original interior, original engine, original carpeting. This is an original 57,000 mile car. Never been restored. What's great about a car that's never been restored is they can't hide anything. Everything is out there in the open. So let's get right to that everything. You'll see right away that there's some pretty serious or semi-serious patina there on the engine lid. We did our best to polish that out as much as possible, but there is still some obvious patina. That again is original paint. Some of that is clouds that you're seeing overhead. Let me go back this way. So there you go. Probably the worst panel on the car, and it's not terrible, but there's some patina there on the engine lid, and then also some patina, not nearly as bad as the trunk, but there is some patina on the hood as well. If you look at it just so, you can see some cracking in the one-stage paint. But again, all original paint. There's a couple chips here in the paint on the top of the fender, and there's a scratch there on the left front fender. Full disclosure here, I'm not trying to hide anything. This is an original unrestored car, not a perfect show car, but certainly a very nice, clean, reliable car that you could be proud to own. They built a lot of Corvairs in 1965. It was the first year of the redesign. Gone were the swing axles that Ralph Nader had a problem with. We had a fully independent suspension in the car introduced that year with 4 coil springs at all 4 corners. These are really, really nice cars. They're way ahead of their time. Probably one of the most important new cars for 1965. And I'm not the only one that says that. These cars for decades were kind of cast-offs. Chevy guys kind of laughed at them. I've been into them since the 1980s. I wasn't laughing, and I'm certainly not laughing now, because they're starting to finally get their due recognition. These cars are coming on very strong, both in popularity and in price. So any Corvair that you buy today, especially a convertible like this, is going to definitely be worth more down the road. And given the fact that this particular car is an unrestored original car, those cars are really what are popular right now. Unrestored is in. And as you can see, it's certainly nothing to scoff at, but not a perfect car. Rust is minimal, very, very, very minimal. We're gonna go right down here and show you a little bit of surface rust there behind the wheel. Could easily be touched up. We haven't done anything. We want to show the car in its raw originality. This is a very common area for late model Corvairs to rot out. Pine needles will go down through the the cowl. Wash through here. There's drains that get clogged in the rocker panels, and the pine needles get stuck here, and that turns into a sponge for water. Very, very common soft spot. This car is very good considering. Just very minor surface stuff there. Another area you want to watch out for in late model Corvairs is right there, just forward the rear wheels, and of course behind the rear wheels. Very, very solid on this car. And most importantly, while we're at it, rocker panels. Rocker panels on late model Corvair convertibles especially are very subjected to corrosion and rot, and it's extremely expensive repair. Almost not worth it. You're better off buying a car like this. Very, very clean rocker panels on both sides of this car. Nothing to worry about there. I've got pictures of the undercarriage that I'm going to be posting on my website that will show you how clean the floorboards are. They're extremely clean. This car was sold new in New Jersey, but amazingly it survived without being corroded or rotted or rusted. Somebody loved this car, and with the low mileage, we're going to assume it was somebody's summer toy in New Jersey. We purchased it from the estate of the gentleman that bought it in 1997, possibly from the original family. He used it from 1997 until about 2 years ago as a hobby car, and he promoted it as an unrestored original Corvair. Now, it gets better. This is not just any Corvair Monza. This is a Corvair Monza convertible with a 140 horsepower engine. That was the optional engine most notably found in the Corsa models. There was a Monza and then there was a Corsa. The Corsa had as standard equipment the 140 engine, which you see here in this Monza. The 140 horsepower engine is quickly identified by 4 carburetors. This vehicle has this is a factory 140 horsepower 4-carb Monza convertible. You don't see that too much in a Monza. Like I said, you see this engine much more so common in the Corsa model, which was the higher end Corvair for that year. Now on the Corsa, you got a gauge package. That obviously is the Monza package with the clock delete, or less the clock option. So rather sparse on the gauges, typical of a Monza, but you'll also notice to the right there, this car is equipped with a Power Glide automatic transmission. The Corsa was not. So if you wanted the 140 horsepower engine and you wanted an automatic transmission to go with it, you were out of luck buying a Corsa. Probably why this car was sold. The owner probably wanted or needed an automatic, but wanted the higher performance engine. So there you have it, a factory 140 horsepower Monza convertible. Not a whole lot of other options. We've decoded the body tag. The rear mounted antenna was an option that was factory installed, but is disconnected, full disclosure. And it also has some sort of a comfort convenience package, because you'll see a day-night mirror, and it also has windshield washers. That was all optional stuff. That was all optional stuff. I'm gonna have to fix that horn button, it's a little loose. Interior in this car is very, very nice shape. No rips or tears. The gentleman added seat belts, front and rear. I don't think those were factory installed. I think they were added later. They look like a 1970s or 80s buckle. The original carpeting is still here. It's a little faded. I'm gonna start it up for you real quick here. Just gonna do one more quick walk around. It's got the 3-prong spinner hubcaps that are original. We have the bill of sale from when this car was sold new in Ramsey, New Jersey. And it is listed as having the 3-prong wire wheel covers, along with that 140 horsepower engine and automatic transmission. Convertible top on this car is almost brand new. Lots of pictures of it on our website. This is a manually operated convertible top. It's not power operated. I actually prefer the manual tops in the Corvair. I'm gonna start it up for you now. Starts right up and idles nicely. Again, a very nice interior, original to the car. Nice door panels that have never been hacked up or boogered up. Correct crinkle finish dash. We've got a lot of original paperwork for this car as well. Like I mentioned, the bill of sale, original dealer paperwork. There she is. Nice running 140 horsepower engine. Dual exhaust on these cars, no smoke. And what's very cool about this car, and we were told that the engine was rebuilt or at least resealed within the past few years, and I believe it, because this car leaks no oil. Corvairs are notorious for oil leaks, at least a spot or two, just to mark their territory, is what I usually say. This car has been in my shop for over 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Not one drop of oil, at least not up until today. So that leads us to believe that the gentleman's family is correct in saying this engine was resealed not too long ago. Does have a padded dash as well. Some sort of a comfort convenience group. So there you have it. Another Corvair convertible at Orphan Car Garage. These are getting harder and harder for me to find. This is a particularly nice one. Is it perfect? No. Have we had better ones here? Yes. But this is a true survivor quality convertible. You just do not see them. With a 140 horsepower high performance engine in one of the best colors possible, Madeira Maroon. Orphan Car Garage pricing on this Corvair is $14,900. I can arrange transport reasonably and affordably and fully insured anywhere in the country, shoot me your zip code. I can give you a quick quote and we can get this car sold. I don't think this car is going to be around long. I have a lot of people in line waiting for Corvairs, particularly the late model Corvairs like this. You just don't see them this good. Very often they're getting hotter and hotter and hotter to find. Reach out with more questions. Happy motoring. We'll see you on the next one.